What's up, guys? Marlon back at it again here with some daily PlayStation news for you guys and girls today. Just a quick update before we get off into the news story here. We do have an ongoing PlayStation 5 50K subscriber giveaway, so if you haven't taken part into that giveaway, link will be down in the description to that actual giveaway video where you get the full details on that. Also, I will be building a PS5 themed PC, and so that's going to be very interesting. All the parts should be here on Saturday. Amazing stuff happening here on the channel. Also, massive giveaways coming up for all of the subscribers, including sponsors as well. That's going to be given out via stream, so you don't want to miss the comeback stream for 2021. It's definitely going to be a great time. So we do have 6 pieces of news content to go over today, so sit back, relax, make sure you grab something to drink, like maybe some Red Bull or something like that. It's going down. All right, so this is the first topic that we're going to be going over here, and it's Microsoft literally sending out a questionnaire to Xbox owners asking them if they would like to have DualSense features implemented into Series X and S controllers. And I find that interesting because remember, I covered a story, this was not that long ago, about a patent that was filed back in 2017 that was really shedding some light on sort of an adaptive trigger like type of technology that they want to implement into their controller. I think it's called clutch force feedback or something like that, which is insane. And there's no denying that, Sony really pushed the envelope this time. Like, they're the ones that really step outside the box when it comes to controllers. I mean, there's no denying that the DualSense is obviously the heart and soul of the PlayStation 5 experience and everything, whereas Microsoft just kept the same old traditional controller experience, same old AA batteries, same old triggers and everything like that. And the old saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so in this particular case, it seemed like they really want to fix it. And so let's go ahead and dive deep into this sort of questionnaire here. And this is very interesting because I knew this was going to happen. I mean, the DualSense has been getting praised, across the board from all sorts of press, and even people from Xbox development team is literally praising the PS5 and the DualSense controller. And you just have to give credit where credit's due. So Microsoft is asking Xbox owners if they would like PS5 DualSense features on Series X and S controllers. And this is interesting because based on this survey, you could see right here where it's highlighted that I'm aware of features on PlayStation controllers that I wish were on controller that came with this console. And so basically they're saying, hey, they wish that DualSense features could be implemented in Xbox Series X and S controllers. And that's a doggone shame because I felt like Microsoft could have done a way better job. They're a $1 trillion company, and one would think that they would really find a way to sort of implement something really cool in the controllers and everything like that. But they didn't do that. And so with that being said, you see that your competition is really sort of edging you out when it comes to that. And this is interesting because hopefully if they do implement some sort of DualSense features in their controller, maybe that would kind of drive more sales to their peripherals and also to their consoles, because then it will bring Xbox gamers more into the experience and everything like that. So let me know what you guys think about Microsoft potentially implementing DualSense features in their Series X and S controllers moving forward. I mean, they did file a patent back in 2017 and then it was reissued in early December. So this could be an ongoing thing that they're probably testing behind the scenes. Maybe they might just implement it in sort of like an Elite 3 controller. I think that would just be very incredible because the Elite series of controllers sells very well for Microsoft. And so this would make very good sense for them to implement it, or they could just implement it in their standard Series X and S controllers, and that would just drive a lot of sales. Maybe they can sell the controller for $70 just like what Sony is doing, or maybe a little bit higher. Maybe they might be able to implement some other really cool technologies in there. But let me know your thoughts on that situation. All right, guys, so let's move on to the next topic that we have for you guys and girls today here, and this has to do with PS5 and Series X restock. Now, this is sort of a rumor, so please take it as a rumor because this is very interesting. This is not coming from concrete source. We know Roberto Serrano have been correct about a few things here and there, and so this was actually stemming from his Twitter based off his sources. And I know a lot of people still can't get their hands on a PlayStation 5 or a Series X, and that's one of the main reasons why this year I'm going to go out of my way to try to see if I can help people to secure the bag, like they say, to get, a PS5. That's why I'm trying to give away a PlayStation 5. Shout outs to Jasmine Karen out on Twitter for helping us with the collaboration here. So let's bleed over into it. Now, Roberto Serrano says, according to my sources, some retailers are ready to make available new PS5 and Series X stock week by week, starting next Thursday, January 7th, and Tuesday, January 12th. So make sure you mark your calendars and everything like that, and make sure you're following Wario64 out on Twitter with bells on, because that guy keeps up with literally everything when it comes to restock. I know a lot of people still don't have a PlayStation 5, but we do know that production is going to ramp up for PlayStation 5 consoles this year, because this is a big year for Sony, so they need to make sure that they have so much more units out there so that people can be able to buy these PS5s, and so that they can experience all these AAA first party games and time exclusive games that are going to be released on the console. All right, so with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And so we're going to move on to our next story here, and this is very interesting. This has to do with PlayStation Now January lineup, and of course we do have the titles that we're going to be going over, and so let's bleed over into that for you guys. And so January new games are going to be Surviving Mars, Frostpunk, also on PlayStation Now, and we have The Crew 2 as well. So we have Surviving Mars, Frostpunk, and The Crew 2. So those are January new PlayStation Now games and everything. I think that Sony is actually doing a great job when it comes to PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now. And from what I'm hearing, it seems as though that they're going to fuse the two together and add some more features with PlayStation Plus Collection to make it sort of like a Game Pass Ultimate type of experience, which I think is going to be dope, because PlayStation Plus offers insane value with the games that you get every month, with the cloud save features and a lot of other things that they're actually working on. So I thought that that was definitely legendary, to say the least. All right, so we got a bit of heavy topic here. This is a developer praising the PlayStation 5 when it comes to performance, and we know that the PlayStation 5 is a beast of a console when it comes to power, and it's a true generational leap when it comes to the difference between the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5. I mean, when you play the PlayStation 5 and you go back to the PS4, it's like a night and day difference. I'm telling you. When it comes to the I/O throughput, when it comes to the UI and all of that type of stuff. And I just love when developers talk about these next generation consoles, because they're the ones that are developing for these consoles, so they're the ones that can give you the most accurate and from the ground up information that is actually possible here. And so with that being said, let's bleed over into our next topic here, guys. It says that PS5 significantly higher performance brings many improved functions over PS4, Dian 1983 dev. So I never really heard about that game or whatever that developer actually worked on before. So I believe this is Nixcom. CEO Lou, I can't pronounce the last name, talks about the generational jump from PS4 to PS5, and this is very interesting because I mean, when you look at the jump from 8 gen to 9 gen, I mean, it's a big difference. It's literally a big difference. You know, you got SSDs now, the IO throughput, just everything. You know what I'm saying? Like the scale of the games are just so much better. I mean, developers can do a lot more, you know, that they couldn't do before and everything like that. So let's go ahead here, guys, and take a look at what he have to say. Says, speaking with Game and Bolt when asked about the leap that PS5 presents over the PS4 in terms of hardware elements such as its GPU and its processor, Zhengyu, if I'm saying his name correctly, probably butchered it, commented on the PS5 significantly higher performance, saying that it will bring many improved functions. And so I'm telling you, with the DualSense alone, that's adding a lot of, you know, features, improved features over the DualShock 4 and everything like that, you know, with the adaptive triggers, with the vibrations. I mean, just with everything that the DualSense has to offer, the 3D audio, all of that, you know what I'm saying, tie into one experience. I'm telling you, game development is going to be so much better now, and it's going to really show into the games that we're going to be getting in this year in 2021. I mean, it's going to be massive, and you know, bleeding over into next year. So it's going to be insane as developers really sort of getting used to the technology that Sony has, you know, implemented into the console and everything like that. So let's go ahead here and let's talk a little bit more. It says, compared to the previous gen console, the performance of PS5 is significantly higher. Meanwhile, it also brings many improved functions, he said. This is not only for the better resolution, but also the delicate details, realistic rendering, fluent FPS, 3D audio for precise positioning, and soon all of these level functions will bring a better experience to players in visuals, audio, and gameplay. So that is amazing, considering we got Unreal Engine 5. I'm telling you, man, this is just going to be an amazing experience for a lot of PlayStation 5 fans out there, PlayStation 5 owners. I mean, it's going to really show into the game and everything like that. I remember the amazing technical show of Unreal Engine 5 on PS5 half a year ago. I still feel surprised now when looking back on the show. He said, man, this is amazing. This is amazing. Take the N virtual geometry system, for instance. This is truly shows the what next gen is about. And so, like I said, guys, it just really goes to show you the leaps and bounds of, you know, what the PlayStation 5 has to offer, you know, when it comes to the power of the system and what developers are going to be able to achieve. I mean, just reading this, it really just blows me away. It really just blows my mind away. And I know a lot of you guys are hype, you know, for the games and the technology and basically the workflow and the design approach of the system. I mean, it's just a lot of different things here that he was actually talking about. And yeah, for people who thinking that the PS5 is not a huge generational leap over the PS4, they can think again, because if you hear developers praising the system on that type of level, yeah, you already know it's really going to show into the game. So kudos on that one for sharing that sort of information with us. All right, guys, now let's go ahead here and let's dive right off into the next topic here. And this has to do with a custom PlayStation 5 PS2 console. And, you know, this is sort of a limited edition console. And, you know, I thought at first this was fake, but it's actually legit. Pre-orders are going up, I think, on Friday, and you need to pre-register on their site and everything like that. And I saw this out on Twitter. I shared it, and it literally went viral. Like, a lot of people really find big interest into this. There's not really a lot to go around. I think it's only like, what, 300 and something consoles and 500 DualSense controllers. But either way, let's go ahead and talk about it for people who are, you know, have sort of interest into this. So 300 custom black PS5 consoles inspired by PS2's design will be sold this week. And so basically, it says third-party company Super 5, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it, will be selling 304 custom black PS5 consoles inspired by PS2's design later this week. I'm guessing they got the green light from Sony, or else Sony would have shut this down already. Said the consoles, which come with a black Dualsense controller, will start at $650, while a further 500 Dualsense pads will be available priced at $100. So yeah, that's way higher than obviously the standard because of the custom design and everything like that. So that's interesting. Now, as far as pre-orders, it will begin on January 8th at 3 p.m. ET, 12 p.m. PT, 8 p.m. UK time. So you guys want to jump on it if you're trying to get this custom designed PS2, PS5 here. And I mean, it looks incredible. As far as the controller, I would probably try to get my hands on that controller, but it's going to be tough. And I do know that scalpers is going to take advantage of this. They're going to try to soak all of this up and try to resell it for an arm and a leg. You guys know how the industry works. And of course, this is their actual website, Super 5, retro inspired PS5, 649. It says production limited to 304 units, includes retro inspired console and controller plus colorized logo inserts, ships late spring 2021. So there you guys go on that. You can go ahead and you could select if you want the disc or you want the digital, if you want an extra controller, all of that type of stuff. So make sure you go ahead and sign up on the site if you're wanting to get this particular console. Yeah, it's gonna go incredibly fast. They're only able to mass produce but so much, right? I mean, if Sony is having issues right now keeping up with demand when it comes to their own PS5 consoles and everything like that, I mean, yeah, this custom one, they're not going to really have a lot to really go around. All right, guys, so we're at the ending part here of the news video. If you made it here, you are the real MVP. And basically, Sony is discontinuing PlayStation 4 consoles and leaving just one of them. And the only one that they're going to leave is the PlayStation 4 Slim. Why am I not surprised? I mean, the PS4 Slim, it's smaller and it's cheaper, so it's going to appeal to a lot more people. Whereas the Pro PS5, I mean, that's for more of like the elite gamers that want extra resolution. They want better frame rate and all of that type of stuff. So that doesn't really appeal to a mass sort of audience. Whereas with a slim version, yeah, a lot more people will probably buy a PS4 Slim if they can't get their hands on a PlayStation 5. And so with that being said, I just want to go ahead and bleed over into our last pieces of content here. And here it is. It says that the PS4 console production reduced to just one model in Japan. And so I don't know what they're actually going to be doing in the US and everything like that. But yeah, it says that the Japanese giant will now manufacture and sell just the 500 gigabyte PS4 Slim model in jet black color in the region, meaning the likes of PS4 Pro and the other base versions will sooner no longer be available to Japanese consumers. And so there you guys go on that front. I mean, that's literally no surprise for anyone that is really trying to take advantage of this particular situation. So thank you guys so much for the tremendous support. Really do appreciate what you guys are doing for me on the channel here. Make sure to click that subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel. Turn on that notification bell so you never miss out. And thank you guys so much. One love and God bless. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Hopefully we could get the internet back up and running, and make sure you guys take advantage of that giveaway. And peace. Thank you guys so much. We're out of here. Thank you.